Okay, so welcome back to some more MX versus ATV All Out. We are back at the goat farm, and I thought today it'd be kind of fun to go after some crazy, unbelievable, fantasy, unrealistic type transfer lines, as well as a few, I think two or three bigger lines. There's not too many here, at least not too many that I know of, and there might be more and there might be bigger ones, but I'm gonna try and point out the ones that, because I ride like half laps sometimes, I'll try to point out when we're actually trying to look at what I would consider the bigger line, but mainly the transfer line. And now this transfer in particular kind of takes me into what I want to talk about a little bit, and that a lot of the transfer lines from the supercross tracks, and I highly doubt it was intended to be like that, I think it just happened to be like that. When you hit a lot of them, you can just kind of seamlessly and so easily transition back into riding the supercross tracks, you know what I mean? Now, I don't know if I hit that quad triple in the last video we did here, but we did it there, so that's not the big line that I want to show you, though. You have to rail this corner. You can jump this whole thing. That's insane. I've never done that. I've never done that before, and I couldn't do it after. That's like a rando thing that just happened, so I'm glad that we were able to show it because it is possible. I haven't tried too hard, but that was insane. So here's what I was really trying to do is downside that and then double over the backside of the berm and then jump over this. And I was sure I was gonna get it, but no such luck. And I was not able to replicate that again, so yeah, there you go. If you want a challenge, you can try that. It's probably easy for a lot of you, but for me it was difficult. Now here's another one of those bigger lines. This is insane. Rail the berm, a fiver quad single. Quinto, my bad. Quinto quad single. That is not an easy line. Once the track starts getting eaten up and deteriorating and the ruts start happening, that is a super tough section to get to to quinto that baby. So if you're gonna do it, I suggest trying to do it with a clean track or a track that hasn't had a ton of laps on it or a ton of different guys riding on it. Now I should say that because it happened. That transfer works really well to come into this and get that gear. If you couldn't get that sprocket, my bad, not gear, sprocket. If you couldn't get that sprocket, that's a good way to transition into it, because both of these, I actually jump off that to the left, and now we're gonna jump off it to the right. Both of those are really easy to get. The first one was actually a little bit tougher. This one's really easy to overjump. I actually had to be kind of careful on where I guess took off, because a couple times I overjumped and obviously, well, not obviously, because it is an arcade game, you did crash, so had to be a little bit careful. I'm trying to decide what this is. Oh yeah, there's actually two versions of this line, because while this is awesome and it worked perfect, that's not what I was going for. So there's actually a bigger one, which was the most difficult one that I was going after while doing this. So the first part of this video, I kind of want to just get into this. The first part of this video is about 5-6 minutes long, and it's just these big transfer lines and bigger lines in general. And then the second part, and I know it's not like everybody's thing. I know me personally, I like the bikes and don't really use too much else. I'm glad that it has the rest, the quads and the UTVs in it, but I'm pretty much just like the bikes in the game. That's what I do in real life, and that's what I like to use. But the second part of the video, which will be really short, is going to be showing some UTV gameplay, the new DLC skins. I had one person in particular asking to see the UTV skins, so just for you, dude, just for you. I haven't even bought them yet. I haven't even done it yet, to be honest with you. I'm commentating this part of the video, then I'm gonna go back and record the UTV, then I'm gonna go back and buy the 2 UTV skins, record the gameplay, and put it on this video. This transfer was insane. It was kind of rough, but that was insane. We're getting to the end of this. So the second part of the video will be the UTV gameplay with probably, I think it's a Yamaha skin and a player skin. So if you want to see those, we'll show them off, just like 2, 3, 4 minutes, a little bit of gameplay, and go from there. But there is one more line, this last one, that'll be coming up here in a second, which was by far the toughest line for me to get. I just struggled with it. It was really hard. It was just hard to remember where I was going. So enjoy this last one, then we'll switch over to some UTV gameplay, and I'll see you guys over there in just a second. Okay, so we're to the UTV part of the video. It's a little bit shorter than the first part, but long enough I think you can kind of get an idea of what you think of them if you've really been curious about it. So there's two Yamahas and two excuse me. There's two Yamahas and two Polaris, and I don't really have a rhyme or reason as to why I picked up, and then we switch over to the Polaris here. You were checking out the Yamaha first, and then we had that super smooth transition into the Polaris. I don't really have a reason as to why I chose which Yamaha and which Polaris. I did because they look cool. I thought these were the two that looked the coolest, and yeah, that's basically the only reason. I don't really know hardly anything about these UTVs, to be honest with you. I really don't. And we start with I think this is the Polaris. We start with the Polaris first and then switch over to the Yamaha. We run like half a lap here with this, and then we have that seamless, smooth transition to the Yamaha, and I don't know. They're fun. They're fun, but it's not what I personally buy the games for. I buy it for the bikes. It's just the way it always has been ever since MX Unleashed. It's just, I buy it for the bikes. It's just the way it is. I mean, having everything else is like the cherry on top, you know what I mean? It's just extra added to the game, and it's fun to check out and play sometimes, but I personally wouldn't be playing the games as much if it weren't for the bikes. It's what I do in real life. I already mentioned this, so it's what I care about and it's what I really like. Now, that being said, I think the models look great. I mean, could I tell you, are they identical to the real thing? I'm 100% sure they are, but I don't. Okay, I'm 99% sure they are. I don't know for a fact because I didn't Google it to see what they look like. I don't really pay too much attention to the UTVs, you know what I mean? That seamless, smooth transition right there to the Yamaha, but I'm like 99% sure they did a perfect job because I think the bike models look great. I think graphically they look amazing. When you zoom in real close on photo mode on the bikes, they look great. It's the same with the UTV. The detail that they put into them are amazing. And in my opinion, these were the two that I thought looked coolest, so that's why we bought them. And I thought having it in the slot probably made it a little bit easier to see. It was harder for me to play, but I'm not super pro awesome with the UTV anyways. Well, really with anything, but especially the UTV. So we're at the compound, we're running on the long track, and it was fun. It was fun. And by the way, this track is meant to go backwards. They said there's two open cross tracks. There's actually technically only one open cross track, but like I thought, and I didn't know this already, you can run this track backwards. It's reversible. So the track is meant to go forwards and backwards. And so there you go. That's your two open cross tracks. But you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the support on the channel lately. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope you enjoyed the big lines and the transfers. If you did, make sure to leave a like on the video. Let me know in the comments. And for that one person that was asking for the UTVs, I hope this makes you happy. I hope it helps you decide if you want to buy them, or at least you could check them out. So you guys and girls are absolutely amazing. And until the next video, take it easy.